gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. I'm Janquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Guys, I came across this article today and it was pretty interesting, so I definitely wanted to go over and review it with you guys. They're talking about DC becoming the chocolate city again after the pandemic. White flight reverses gentrification trend. And this is written by none other than Bruce C.T. Wright. He is a brother, and I guess he's trying to make this seem like it's a good thing when in the column is obviously race matters. He doesn't realize what he's even saying, I don't think. And if he doesn't bring up the crime in this article, you can tell he's just being disingenuous in this article. But anyways, they have a picture of these sisters double Dutch jump roping in DC, okay, at the Black Lives Matter Plaza, when we all know that Black lives don't matter to Black men or women in DC. But let's get into it. There are now fewer white people who call the nation's capital home than there were before the pandemic, and a demographic shift that is helping to restore the Chocolate City nickname that had increasingly become a misnomer in recent years. During 12 months in the middle of the the CV pandemic, more than 10,000 non-Hispanic white people fled Washington, D.C., according to the Washington Post, which cited newly released census data. Those findings show a serious reversal of white people moving to the city that is part of a large heated debate about the effects of gentrification has had on the District of Columbia's Black population. Well, you don't have to cry about gentrification anymore. Nobody wants to invest in D.C. because of what the super gremlins have done to the city. In the 4 years preceding the pandemic, the city had been adding non-Hispanic white residents at a rate of around 4,000 to 5,000 each year. The Post reported, but between July 2020 and July 2021, it lost 10,285 people from that group, according to the Bureau's annual population estimates for the nation, states, and counties by age, sex, race, and Hispanic origin. The apparent so-called white flight phenomenon of white people fleeing urban areas in droves was consistent with trends in other major cities ravaged by the CV. No, it's not the CV. What it was is the major cities that had violent riots and protests over George Floyd's death was why you saw that uptick in crime, and then the white flight, as they call it. Those numbers may not be reflected on the official Census Bureau page for Washington, D.C., which shows the city has a Black population of 45.8% compared to white population of 45.9%. While the margin is slim as it can be, the number of white people eclipsing Black people in a city renowned for its Black population has prompted a number of questions. Back in the 1980s, as much as 70% of the city's population was estimated to be Black people. Decades later, the majority was threatened before finally being eclipsed by white residents in 2015. Now, guys, I want you guys to reverse a lot of the verbiage in this article and switch white with Black and Black with white, and switch the author and make him a white author. This dude would be canceled if he was so focused on the population of Black and white people. If he was a white guy saying, man, there's been a lot more Black people in DC, and this is insane. But hey, this is the country that we live in. This is these leftist talking points. So let's get into it. The number of white people living in DC had been steadily increasing until the Census Bureau released its new findings Thursday. A glaring example of the surge of white people living in Black DC neighborhoods came in 2019 when Howard University students and community residents attended an advisory neighborhood commission meeting to voice concerns with white local residents using the historically Black college campus to walk their dogs. And separately nearby, new residents living in a luxury apartment building complained about a decades-long tradition of a store on the corner of Florida Avenue and 7th Street in the Shaw neighborhood playing go-go music from speakers outside the business. A 2017 study published by Georgetown, and we saw what happened at the Go-Go Coachella / Juneteenth event, which we're going to get into. A 2017 study published by Georgetown University analyzing the impact of the district's booming economy on Black residents painted a picture of profound economic disparities between the city's Black and white residents. The average net worth of a white household was $284,000 compared to just $3,500 for a Black household. And then we have to go into why that is, and it's a long drawn out discussion, but I think we can pretty much depict why that is in the series of videos that I'm about to show you. Unfortunately, there was also a huge gap in median annual incomes, whites with 120,000 and Blacks with 41,000. Okay, which is the average for a Black man, around 40,000 a year in the U.S. But in DC, obviously, those numbers are staggered, and the distribution is great. The disproportionate number of new jobs in DC requiring at least a bachelor's degree stood in stark contrast with the 12% of Black DC residents being college graduates. As of 2014, the study noted. Consequently, white residents were able to pay more for housing, which has driven up costs and reduced available affordable housing. Those types of inequalities stem from a history of discrimination that pushed, there he goes, discrimination that pushed the district Blacks residents to the fringes of the economy. The study said historic discriminatory practices have ranged from segregated schools to redlining, a racist practice in which banks refuse to lend money to Black entrepreneurs and home buyers. Okay, so he blamed all of it. He blamed all of it on redlining. Okay, so the white flight is due to redlining and um, the historical discriminatory practices. Okay.
The way it ended was serious enough, but police say this scene was more than a car crash.
What happened early this morning clearly could have ended tragically.
The Montgomery County Police Chief says his department had extra patrols in this Bethesda neighborhood because of a recent string of burglaries when they got a call for another one on Johnson Avenue. Police say they spotted a stolen car, and when they tried to tail it, the suspects opened fire on their squad car, with one bullet hitting the passenger side headrest.
So it showed you how close in proximity that it came to actually striking the actual officer.
After a short chase, police say the suspects crashed, and 3 16-year-olds from Northwest DC were taken into custody and are now facing burglary and attempted murder charges as adults.
The people whose homes were allegedly targeted this morning didn't want to say anything on camera, but one man told me he's lived here 18 years and has never seen anything like this in this neighborhood. The age of the suspects also surprised a lot of people.
And the fact that these 3 suspects are all juveniles is simply disturbing. We've heard way too often.
So you heard that. All the suspects are juveniles. These super teen gremlins are on demon time.
The young people are really kind of resigning themselves to finding guns and to be in possession of guns because they think it is a safety mechanism for them because they believe others have them. We really have to dig deeper into root cause of why young people are doing what they're doing.
There we go. And he says root cause. It's the culture, bruh. It's the culture.
Casey Nolan, WUSA 9.
It makes me feel safe, secure.
Spot Tyler Izagiri on the street, and you're not likely to notice the slight bulge just under his coat. But he is one of thousands of civilians now licensed to conceal carry handguns in D.C.
And these white collar gliders are done with y'all's BS. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're finished. They're not playing with y'all no more. They're not playing with y'all no more. So when y'all going up to the nation's capital and y'all trying to stick people up and rob them for their cars, and it's going to be a rude awakening for some of these super gremlins.
We're just looking for ways to further expand our Second Amendment rights.
DC has already been forced by gun rights lawsuits to issue concealed carry permits to people who pass a background check and finish 16 hours of training. Now Izaguirre and 3 other local men are demanding the right to carry on metro trains and metro buses in DC, which have been among dozens of sensitive areas like schools, bars, and government offices where guns have been banned.
It is legal in Virginia to carry on the metro. In fact, you could open carry on the metro in Virginia. It is legal if you have a wear and carry permit in Maryland.
The plaintiffs argue metro is very different from an airport or an airplane.
There's the lack of police presence, there's lack of security. It's definitely a target area for crime.
Yep. And a lot of these public transit systems are a target for these super gremlins on demon time. And you know, that's your only defense is to arm yourself. Okay. And this is the world that we live in. It's unfortunate, but the liberals, the leftists, they have opened up a gateway for crime to just be enabled, and people aren't standing for it. And there's pushback. And I think that conservatives, they're going to make a sweeping correction in a lot of this. I mean, we've seen it with the overturning of Roe v. Wade. We're seeing it with these gun laws that are going into effect in New York and Washington, D.C. So it's going to be interesting.
Criminals, that's just the holster.
The DC Attorney General's office declined to comment on the Guns on Metro lawsuit, but did say earlier that the Office of the Attorney General will continue to defend the district's common sense gun regulations and keep district residents safe. As the Supreme Court said, the Second Amendment is not a license to keep and carry any weapon in any manner for any purpose. Maryland still requires you to have a good reason to get a concealed carry permit. But last week's Supreme Court ruling on guns in public leaves that and Maryland's assault weapons ban under withering fire. At Union Station, Bruce Leshan, WUSA 9.
A deadly shooting that happened over the Juneteenth holiday weekend. D.C. police releasing these photos today of a person of interest in that shooting that killed 15-year-old Chase Poole and injured 3 adults after the Mochella Festival at 14th and U Streets on June 19th. Now, if you recognize him, D.C. police want to hear from you. Here's Police Chief Robert Conti.
Chase Poole family needs our city right now.
Wow. So Robert Conti is the police chief of Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, a brother. And we're still talking about representation. I swear, every city we go, every major city we go, they always have the highest crime. And there's always a brother or a sister as a police chief. I don't know what y'all doing out there, but y'all got some explaining to do. You know, like I said, we talk about representation, but we're represented. It's just like, what are we doing with it?
And I'm asking because your city needs the public right now. The young man in this photo, you may have run from U Street, but you cannot run from accountability, and you cannot hide from the citizens of the District of Columbia.
This announcement comes as Chase Poole's loved ones said their final farewells at the teenager's funeral today.
Well, that shooting at Mochella was clearly on D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser's mind as she held a news conference to announce stepped-up crime prevention plans for the holiday weekend and beyond. She began that news conference with a message for parents. Your family's safety starts with you.
Make sure you know where your teenagers are and where your young adults are this weekend. Make sure you know who they are with and what they are up to. We want to have a weekend of fun and not tragedy.
You heard what she said. She said, sisters, come get your kids.
Make sure you know who they are with and what they are up to. We want to have a weekend of fun and not tragedy.
Mayor Bowser also talked about 2 crime prevention initiatives. First, Go Teams. These are civilian violence interrupters who will be out this weekend at large gatherings. Second, a new program called the Nightlife Task Force.
Violence interrupters. Lord have mercy. And the Nightlife Task Force, they better be armed.
These are police officers who will focus on popular nightclub corridors this weekend and all summer long.
At the Tampa, the story you saw breaking first here on Fox 5 at 5 tonight. Fairfax County shooting and killing a man in a mall parking lot.
So this happened this afternoon at Springfield Town Center. We're told that the man was wanted and armed. Fox 5's Josh Rosenthal joins us live now with the very latest. Josh?
Guys, we are talking about a busy mall on a warm summer afternoon. Kids around, parents around, and now you've got a major investigation.
Our 3 Fairfax County police officers told our gunman at least 20 times to drop his gun.
According to Fairfax Police, what happened at Springfield Town Center Thursday evening stems from an incident that took place Sunday.
And of course, these super gremlins are not going to listen to directions when asked to drop the weapon. It's ridiculous. And they're talking about, oh, we getting killed in the street, bruh. Listen to directions, bruh.
They say a 37-year-old man who lives in the area stole a gun from a family member and fired it inside of a home. Police tell us they got a warrant, ultimately tracked the man to the mall parking lot, where Chief Kevin Davis says 3 officers in uniform confronted him. Davis says the man was armed and inside of a parked car, but despite repeated warnings from the officers, he never dropped his gun.
Our gunman was armed with this firearm, and we have recovered it from the scene.
Investigators say 2 of the 3 officers fired. All 3 were wearing body cams, and the chief said he has reviewed the footage. Thursday's incident is the second time there's been a shooting at a Fairfax.
You heard what he said. He said he finna apply pressure. Let's run it back.
Fairfax County Mall this month. Say 2 of the 3 officers fired. All 3 were wearing body cams, and the chief said he has reviewed the footage. Thursday's incident is the second time there's been a shooting at a Fairfax County Mall this month. This footage is from Tyson's Corner Mall, not even 2 weeks ago.
I think we're all, whether you live in Fairfax County or anywhere in America, concerned about firearm violence anywhere, but particularly public spaces.
None of the officers were injured. All of their body camera footage will be made public within the next 30 days. And as of now, the suspect's name has not been made public. Guys.
First tonight, breaking news. D.C. law enforcement sources are confirming several people were shot, including a police officer. All of this happening near 14th and U Streets in Northwest. And we now know a 15-year-old boy was shot and killed as well. Fox 5's Lindsay Watts is on the scene. Lindsay, what's the latest?
Teacher, we got this sad news from police that a 15-year-old boy was shot and killed. 2 adults were shot and injured, and a D.C. police officer also shot and injured.
So this is an update on the Mochella Juneteenth Go-Go Festival in D.C. on U Street. It's like we just don't know how to get together. And when we get together, we don't know how to act. And that's you know, there's no other way to slice it. This isn't just me saying it. This is a lot of people, and there's a silent majority who see this stuff going on, and we despise it. But, you know, you're kind of ridiculed in the community if you go against crime, if you lean toward empathizing with victims instead of these super gremlins on demon time.
This happened at an event known as Mochella, meant to celebrate Juneteenth. D.C. police saying tonight this was an unpermitted event, and it was...
Couldn't even get the damn permits. It starts with the little things. We got to start doing things the right way, point blank.
Going on 14th and U Street. Police were here. They were trying to clear the streets. The chief says that police first found an unpermitted gun, and soon after that, the shooting happened. And I want to bring in Daniel Dyson now, who tells me that he was standing right next to the police officer who was shot. Can you tell me about what you experienced?
Well, just being out here on this huge street corridor, it was live music here. It was a lot of things going on. Like I said, there's cops everywhere. They were trying to keep everybody safe, trying to move everybody accordingly. I was sitting next to a cop. Next thing you know, shots rang out. He did not want to stay down. He proceeded on.
Shot in the leg.
Yeah, he was shot in the leg, and he kept moving. He went to the fire. He did not run away. And I was sitting here, my mind is blown because, you know.
So you heard what he said. The cop went straight to the fire, the gunfire, the bravery. This is a rational, logical brother seeing this in real time, that when these super gremlins start shooting, the cops run toward the fight. And now I bet he's thinking a little different about the defund the police movement. And but sisters, they can't rationally think like that. Like, they will still be in denial. Well, they should have did this, or they should have did that, or they shouldn't have let it happen in the first place. You know what I'm saying? When it's an unsanctioned event, the person who threw the event did not get permits. It was just like a pop-up shop, and thousands of people showed up doing everything out of order. As a community, we are out of order and out of line, and it has to stop. It's getting ridiculous. And, you know, certain logical brothers are waking up. The sisters are still asleep and will forever be asleep, unfortunately.
You know, I was trying to cover up this guy, and next thing you know, they say he's no longer here. So
And that was the 15-year-old child.
Yeah, he was screaming out for his mom. And it's hurtful to hear that, man. And no one was able to help him.
The brother said he was screaming out for Ma Dukes, bro. This is sad.
To see him go, it's like, it bothers me. All of this that's going on here, it bothers me, and it needs to come to a stop. It really does. I couldn't even tell you how I feel about certain things, and this right here is too much for me.
So you heard what he said. He can't tell you about how he feels about certain things, and he has a hat on that says the Black Coalition Against CV, and he's got all this blackety black stuff on. So obviously he's woke. But maybe he's waking up.
This has to come to a standstill. I'm sorry that I have to be a black person on TV telling you this.
You heard him. He thinks if he's saying that, yo, black people need to stop getting killed in the street and black people need to stop killing each other in the street, by saying that, he realized that he was going off script. He was going off code. He even apologized he had to apologize for saying something that was moralistic and just in nature. This is how sick the community is, to where if you say the right thing, you're ridiculed, you're a lame, you ain't no real N-word, and it's ridiculous, and it needs to stop. And I commend this brother, because obviously his gear is woke as hell, but in his mind, he's like, yo, these niggas are crazy. Excuse my French.
To a standstill. I'm sorry that I have to be a black person on TV telling you this. It don't matter what your color is, your race, what kind of uniform you're wearing. It needs to come to a stop. And if it don't, it's going to be innocent kids dying every day because people don't want to do this.
At this festival, there were dads. We saw small children that were there.
It was here, and we were trying to enjoy ourselves. Crowds kept running back and forth, and to see this happen, and we're actually here again where someone left on a holiday. This is something I would never forget, and I don't think I would ever forget this, ever. I think I would need more help after this.
Ruined this brother's Juneteenth. A lot of people's Juneteenth were ruined, man. Ancestors rolling in their graves, y'all.
And this, I don't think I would come outside for nothing else ever here in DC.
Daniel, we are so glad that you were safe.
He said he's not outside. He's done with outside. Outside is destruction. Outside is death. Outside is demon time.
Tonight, and thank you so much for coming out and sharing this with us. We appreciate you.
Anytime.
Thank you. And tonight, DC Police still looking for a shooter. We'll have updates, of course, for you tomorrow morning. Back to you.
Lindsay, thanks so much. What an emotional interview there. Of course, we'll follow the latest developments concerning that shooting. Meanwhile, an investigation is...
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting just took place. Excuse me, I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting. And I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured, but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Jinquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo. Ain't that nigga Jay?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit
That's
on.
that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Jinquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
All right, guys. So we do have this story of the moment you've all been waiting for. We're going to talk about Hunter Biden, the president's son. He is indulging in all carnal things and getting it paid for by our tax dollars. It appears, it seems, or it even feels like. But anyways, he is interacting with a hooker, a streetwalker, an intercourse worker, okay, a thought pocket, a smut bucket, whatever you want to call it. He is interacting with her, a Russian one at that, which, I mean, isn't that freaking treason? You laying down with a Russian hooker while we're basically in a Cold War with Russia. But anyways, so I mean, he's obviously committed treason with his dangling. All right, so let's get into it. How much would another 8 hours cost? This is Hunter. I've paid $5,000 for first 8 hours that ends at noon. How much would you charge me for another 8 hours, which would make 16 hours all the oftener? She says 5 bands. He said, Eva, first of all, it only cost me $4,800 first 8 hours. I have her 200 to be nice, or I have here 200 to be nice. So he's obviously on drugs because his grammar is off. And she says, okay. He says, you gave always take at least 100 off for anything over 4 with so how about 9 bands total? She said 9,500. Okay, so you got this. She said her WAP got power. She a bold little thought. She out here negotiating the price of the WAP. That's crazy. So here we go. He sent a Cash App request, and there is his username for the Cash App. Oh, that's her. She sent the Cash App. You should have gotten a text. He said, did it come through? Or she said, did it come through following that?
Sweetheart. Hey.
So this is her. She's not really much to look at, but it says Joseph R. Biden Jr. Wow. So there you have it. Cash App and chicks, man. They tricking out here, bro. Even the president's son tricking. It's I mean, for the dating market, it's a cold world. You got the president's son paying 5 bands, 10 bands to smash these thoughts, man. It's ridiculous.
Hey, are you okay? Everything fine? Are you hurt in any way?
So he's asking her if she's okay. He's filming her. It looks like she's calling for backup. He says, hey, sorry to bug you. So this is him hitting up his dad, Joe Biden, the president. Hey, sorry to bug you, Dad. No wire has gone through. Do you mind checking? I called Mel and he's out of the office. And then Joe Biden says, went out at 1:40. And then, all the Wells Fargo information. Let me know status, please, Dad. And then it says, it made it to my account before close of business. Thanks, Dad. I just asked Katie to let Sidewell know that their payment would be there Monday morning and told Kathleen the same. All will be fine. And I have to say it because I hate to have to ask you when, for the first time in your life, you're able to build a nest egg, and I'm already draining it. BB, I will work it out. Dad, I promise. I love you. Where are you? Hunt, it is not an issue. Have lots time for nest eggs. So he said he got a bag. Love you. If you get a chance, give me a call tonight at Lake or tomorrow. I love you.
Anyway, are you hurt? Hey, is anything hurt on you?
10 bands for that. These dudes is bugging.
Anything? I was literally saying, I'm sorry that it took so long to give you $10,000. Do you have any bruise? Anything? Have I ever touched you in a bad way? Ever? Have I asked you every time if I could touch you?
So it looks like he's trying to defend his honor. Maybe she said, "Oh, I'll say this, I'll say that about you." It's not looking good. It's not looking good in the nation's capital. You got super gremlins running the streets, and these thoughts who are for the streets overcharging for box. I mean, 10. Oh my God, I can't believe he paid 10 bands for this.
Every time. Sweetheart, look at me. You cannot talk to me that way and say things like that. Because I'm more respectful than anyone you've ever met. Are you okay? What?
This is the first family, y'all. We did it, Joe.
Here. No. I thought you said you wanted water. It's the only water I have.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video. All right, guys. So we have a lot going on today. It is the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. I know Juneteenth didn't go the way that we wanted or we planned. And 4th of July was no better. Okay. Very violent 4th of July, very bloody 4th of July. We're going to start off with the parade that was shot up in Chicago, Illinois, earlier today. That's what we're going to start off with. And then we're going to go to some other stories that I saw over the 4th of July weekend, guys. We have a action-packed show for you guys, literally. The streets are going nuts. The super gremlins, glider gremlins, burrito gremlins. It's every concoction of gremlin gerbil scum that you could think of. So without further ado, we are going to get into the video. How was you guys 4th of July? Let me know. Hit that super trap, hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal. Let me know how you guys 4th of July was. I was on the grill and boy, I was chefing it up. Okay. I ain't even gonna lie. My chef game is crazy, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. My chef game is crazy. I was on the 1s and 2s on the grill, flipping patties. I made these perfect burgers, medium well, not medium well, medium rare, which is the way that I like my burgers. But after a while, they start to heat up, especially when it's super hot. And it's a little pink in the middle, but not too bad. But once you throw that cheese on it on the grill, woo, they were busting. So I'm very proud of what I did on the grill today. You know, I'm definitely whipping it up. I got to spend time with my nephew this weekend. So that was great. That was great. But anyways, guys, y'all can check me out. I just made a let's get some things out of the way first. I just made a Rumble page. So you guys can check me out on Rumble. I'm just gonna share my screen with you guys right quick. because all of my videos are now on Rumble. I have formally monetized my videos on the platform, the non-censorship platform out of Jacksonville, Florida. Is that correct? Rumble, the origins come from Jacksonville, Florida. Oh no, Longboat Key, Florida. So the non-censorship platform, best platform for content creators and videos, with over 150 million new users per month. So I just have added my videos over to the streaming platform of Rumble, and we're gonna get it started, guys. We are going to expand my body of work onto Rumble. So I would appreciate it if you guys would go subscribe to that channel. Obviously, I'm going to still be on YouTube, but I do see a lot of censorship going on YouTube. For those of you guys asking in the chat where Ak is going to be, he's going to be going live 10 p.m. On Rumble tonight. So y'all go make sure y'all subscribe to his. I'm going to try to catch that live stream, but I know my girl wants to do some Netflix and chill today, or Paramount and chill, because Criminal Minds was taken off of Netflix and moved to Paramount streaming service. So we're trying to get through that series, and this is a perfect day to do that. So I don't know if I'll be able to join the stream today, but I might make a very quick appearance. But there is my Rumble channel there, guys. Black Gen Z Mindset. Oh shit, did I spell it wrong? Hold on. Oh shit. Well, I might have to correct that, but I guess they left out the D right there. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know how it got there. But okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's like that. I don't know why it's like that. But I guess I'll have to correct that later. But yeah, Black Gen Z Mindset, y'all can go to my channel there. That kind of threw me off. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even see that. Let's see. So boom, here we go. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to stream to Rumble. I guess I'll have to figure that out after the stream. But anyways, guys, let us go ahead and get into it, man. It's crazy what's going on in the US of A. Let's go.
An incredibly active scene here in Highland Park this afternoon, the suburb some 20 miles north of Chicago. Officials at this hour confirming some 24 people transported to the hospital in serious condition, 6 people dead after this shooting at the 4th of July parade. Video coming in this afternoon showing firsthand accounts of the chaos unfolding.
Woo! So y'all see it was a late reaction for a lot of the gliders. They thought it was fireworks, and honestly, this had to be somewhat thought out because he knew that the gunshots would be mistaken for fireworks.
Shooting at the 4th of July parade. Video coming in.
So you see the glider is still clapping. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on, but the band is moving, okay?
Afternoon showing firsthand accounts of the chaos unfolding. Officials say a gunman atop a building shooting into a crowd randomly, by all accounts at this moment, targeting parade goers, people in the parade. The gunman at this hour still on the loose. Police describing him as a white male between 18 to 20 years old. More than 100 law enforcement on scene at this hour, searching for that suspect, not only investigating the shooting and the attack on the parade, but searching for the gunman.
Her boyfriend put the kids in the dumpster because he was just waiting for them to, he was trying to cover them up with.
Wow. And that's some quick thinking right there. Threw the kids in the dumpster to save their lives.
Something and try not to, get shot.
Like a dumpster, like a garbage.
Yes, he put him in there for a second because he was trying to, he didn't know what was going on exactly.
Also developing those firsthand accounts from people on the scene, running and fleeing from the gunshots and the chaos. Surrounding communities here north of Chicago canceling their 4th of July celebrations this afternoon into the evening. Not only a safety concern because this gunman is still on the loose, but also to remember the victims here. I'm Matt Smith.
Wow. So obviously definitely a shaken up crowd there. Sheesh. And I will show you guys, if you haven't seen the thumbnail yet, the glider gremlin that has committed this assault. He definitely had face tattoos. If I'm not mistaken, he was a SoundCloud rapper. So definitely a hip hop influence in what he got going on.
We are hearing from more witnesses who were there at the scene, and we want to go to Dane Placco, who is standing by with one of them right now. Dane?
We've been talking with Gabriela Recencio, who was at the scene in Highland Park with her family when the shooting started. She is speaking to a family member right now. I don't want to interrupt her phone call because she has to get some information about a family member. She came here to the hospital looking for a family member who she was concerned. Now she's off the phone. Gabriela Recencio, you say you're from Highwood, correct? Tell me where you were when the shooting started.
I was standing with my daughter right in the corner of Central and 2nd Street. I was standing right where Uncle Dan's store used to be, and I don't know the new name of the store, but we were standing right in front of it, and the parade had just starting around 10:05.
Fair use. I know YouTube doing the censorship. Fair use.
And we were just obviously getting happy that the parade was happening, and I was actually live on Facebook, but then I took it down so I can go on Snapchat to start Snapchatting. And 10-15 minutes into the parade, we start hearing, which in the beginning sounded like fireworks, but then we actually started noticing that it was like shootings, because everybody started going into a panic mode, and we all like ducked down first, and then like my daughter and my nephew were hugging each other, and then my niece hugged her son, and then I turned around because I remember that her husband with her newborn baby were over behind us, and I actually turned and I saw the shooter right on top of Ross Cosmetics in the roof.
It was on the roof.
On the roof, shooting towards the crowd.
Was he standing, kneeling, aiming?
I'm guessing he was just like, I don't know how he was, because I mean all I saw was like the gun aiming, like the person aiming this way, like towards us, and like I started going to a panic mode, and then in that moment it just sucks that your body kind of like changes up on you, because I just went numb, like your body just goes numb, and I just fell to the ground, and then as soon as I was able to get up, I grabbed my daughter. I started running towards Uncle Dan's, and then I bumped into a 95-year-old lady. We both fell, and then I noticed that her head was going to fall to the ground, so I put my arm underneath so that her head wouldn't hit the ground. As soon as I could, I got her up. I pushed her and my daughter into a store, and then I ran towards the store afterwards. We were all trying to get away from the windows. We started putting the kids inside the dressing rooms, and we were all just standing there waiting for help to arrive. And then
Describe the gunfire. What did you hear? How many shots?
I mean,
did you hear?
it just sounded like a bunch of them. I mean, maybe 20 to 30,
Rapid
40.
fire,
Like,
very
yeah,
quickly?
rapidly. And you just don't know. We were all like worried about we were going to get a shot, or we were going to get wounded, or whatever. Like, my instinct as a mother was protect my daughter. So I was using my body as a shield in the beginning. And then as soon as I was able to push her into a store, I just shoved her in there.
Did you see?
Wow. So as you can hear, there's a lot of panic going on. I mean, I couldn't even imagine. You don't know where the gunshots are coming from. Apparently, this guy was in some type of building that was he had a higher ground. Woo! It's ridiculous, y'all.
See any of the people that were injured?
Two ladies that were standing in like on my right hand side that got shot in the leg. They were in the store with us. So as soon as the paramedics came in and asked if there was anybody injured or wounded in there, we pointed at the two ladies that were there. That were injured. They got the shot wounds in their legs. I didn't see the guy that got shot or killed. I mean, right now that I showed you on the Facebook feed, the guy got the revolving door from Walker Brothers, and there's a guy there that got shot on the floor.
And you came here to the hospital because?
Yes, I came here because I wanted to see if my niece with her family was in here, because I guess she scraped her leg when she fell. So I just wanted to make sure that they were all fine. I mean, I did call everybody that I knew was there. Everybody's safe. I just wanted to make sure that she was okay, because I mean, I know that she had just given birth a couple of weeks ago, and going through this trauma and noticing that, like, you know, her newborn baby and her husband and all these people that were there.
What was the scene inside the hospital when you went in?
I mean, they're not letting anybody into the ER because I guess everybody's in the ER, so people are going through the emergency room. It's really calm right now. A lot, maybe like 10 or 15 people are in the conference room that actually have people that are injured or wounded in there, and we're all waiting for answers, I guess.
You know, as we were standing here waiting to do this interview, you look very emotional. You said it's really now just starting to hit you what you survived.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like I'm in a state of shock. I'm like I keep on dazing out because it's so fresh, and I just keep on having all those that scene in my head of us running away, getting into safety, and knowing that I put my daughter kind of at a risk, at a dangerous situation. Now I feel guilty about it because I never in a million years thought that.
Yeah, I mean, and you would have never known that this parade would have got shot up. But what I will say, though, a lot of these women are the same ones who are chanting defund the police. Yeah. You betcha. You betcha. So it's kind of hard. It really, I mean, of course, we feel bad for the people who got taken out. But we also understand that majority of these people at this parade voted for this chaos. They voted it right in. And it's ridiculous they don't even see it.
I kind of know that it would happen, but not like this quick or to us.
You should never feel guilty about taking your kid to a parade, right?
Yeah, true. But I just have the fact that like she could have gotten shot, or my son was actually supposed to be in the marching band, and at the last minute he actually decided not to go, in which I'm happy that he didn't, because I don't know what I would have done if one of my child is on one corner and then I have to protect my 9-year-old. Like as a mother, I wouldn't know how to split myself into two, trying to protect both of them. So I'm kind of happy that my son stayed home, and maybe I should have stayed home with my daughter. But I mean,
what does it say about the times we're living in?
It sucks. It's scary. You just don't know if you're walking towards grocery shopping, if you're going to get shot, or if you're walking just for a run or a walk, you're going to get shot. It's scary where we're living, especially with COVID and this and the shifting of the universe, and
a lot to worry about.
Yeah, and like before, we only had to worry about if we had like lice in our hair or little things, and now we have to worry about shootings. And
Gabriela Recencio.
All right, guys. So yes, we do have the perpetrator, this guy, Robert Bobby Crimo. He was a SoundCloud rapper. I do have some of his music. His YouTube channel has been taken down, but you know, it's hard for YouTube to get all of it. So there are some videos attached to his YouTube channel still linked up. He has a song called KIA, Kia, I guess. And this is the type of vibe he was on. I would say that he's probably trying to mimic a who's that white boy? Lil Xan vibe, right? Who's another? Probably, you know, maybe a Lil Pump-esque, okay? But definitely a SoundCloud rapper, hip hop influence. So, you know, that is, I think that's definitely a big factor in maybe why he did this, or maybe why he decided to go through with this, because he probably couldn't curate any real ops, okay? Remember how I told you guys that we're living in a culture where niggas just will like create ops. And a guy like this, he probably couldn't really create any ops because he's a drug addict. So he's a junkie. So it's like he's not one of these dudes to have been in the streets and doing all this type of shit. He's, you know, junkie, petty crime type shit. That's what I'm assuming just by the vibes, okay? But it looks like he, you know, wanted to get into the streets, probably create some type of name for his rap career that was a dead end. And this is how he thought he was going to do that. So let's listen up. We're going to listen up to the music. I'm going to butt in every 10-15 seconds, break down these lyrics. Let's go. Fair use, fair use.
There's no reality, exactly guessed it all. Now that the pressure's gone, I'm losing breath and passing on.
So he said there's no reality. Now that the pressure's gone, I'm losing breath and passing on. It's given Mac Miller vibes. And honestly, he does have a voice that could be used. Maybe if this was like 2013, he probably would have got more famous with this song. But if you're not doing drill rap nowadays, then you're going to take that L.
Whatever changed from the days you lived happily, now you're acting lame. What the fuck is happening? I'm the same, but I found the better me. Still playing the same old game, but I chose to finally see.
So he's not really rapping any drill music or any, you know, I mean, it's not good, but it's not horrible. Okay. It kind of sounds like he's trying to be a little lyrical, if you will. So, guys, I definitely want to get your opinion. What do you think out on a scale of 1 to 10? What are his bars looking like? We're 42 seconds in. On a scale of 1 to 10. He didn't start rapping until the 25-second mark. What are his bars looking like so far?
The difference, oh me, didn't want to finish it. Walking Dead, this what happens when it diminishes. Spit a kid, killers, this is where my mind's gone into depths of where I kept my soul, the rest mine from.
You know what? I'm actually getting Kid Cudi vibes. Maybe if he started humming, this song would have been bigger than it is.
So long, lost my head, found when I desired death. My fire breath, protect your neck from being such an honest guest. On the breast, acting you slacking upon your side of it. Gave up on your dream and you still feeling righteousness.
So you heard what he said. He said he gave up on his dream. Now he's still feeling the righteousness. Oh, man. So he gave up on his dream. I mean, should we have kept him in the studio? Should we have kept this motherfucker in the studio so he didn't commit this mass shooting? Should somebody have paid that $35 an hour to keep this motherfucker in the studio? Yeah, somebody said XXX Tentacion. Yeah, man, definitely. Okay, so there's still a breed. There's a breed of rappers who are creating like demonic fans. How about that? Let's talk about that. The breed of rappers that are creating demonic fans.
Behind the scenes, you just want to give in. Don't confide within your dreams. Check the car still in. I'm searching for something but nothing. I keep finding from words and losing myself. I'm running, just wasting my time in my life. I'm feeling drained and everything in my brain is going corrupt. In other words, insane. I'm searching for something but nothing. I keep finding from words and losing myself. I'm running, just wasting my time in my life.
So definitely depression bars. And nowadays it seems like everybody's trying to get on like depression bars vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody is trying to act like they're depressed in their music. Even rich ass rappers, they're still trying to act depressed in their music. And I think that's rubbing off on the fans. A lot of niggas think that they have to get face tattoos to get on, which, I mean, I guess they're not entirely wrong. But if he would have did some 6ix9ine shit and like got down with some type of crew in Chicago, he probably would have been able to further that rap career there. Like it's not even about the lyrics. Obviously they would have changed his flow, his style, and the beats that he rapped on, because he's rapping on some, you know, this is like a J. Cole type beat, but he's given like the depressed bars on top of the J. Cole type beat. So, you know, it's wild, bro, because we got a lot of SoundCloud rappers who are out here you know, committing these crimes, these shootings. Most of the times, we see that it is super gremlins and beefs going back and forth, but this time it is the glider gremlin. Obviously, either way, they're still gonna give the mental health. Oh, well, it's mental health, whatever. Okay, cool. We get that. We get the mental health angle. Obviously, they're gonna start pushing for the gun control, which we've already seen the rhetoric to push for the gun control, even though Chicago has very strict gun laws. So it's a lot going on here, guys.
Feeling drained and everything in my brain is going corrupt. In other words, insane. Just KIA. Just KIA. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Yeah, see, this right here reminds me of like Mac Miller, Kid Cudi type shit. The la 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 la.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Leave me alone, G. You are not my homies. I am here but absent, laughing. Acid habits, like you know I haven't.
Okay, there we go. Acid habits. Acid habits. Excessive drug use. This is why we played his lyrics. We got some motherfuckers. Why y'all playing this song? Nigga, this is why. Because we want to get inside of the mind of this motherfucker. We want to understand maybe why he did that. And one factor is the drug use. Acid habits.
I've been dreaming, scheming about this rapper, seeking the meaning. Boy, you seeing the scene, I'm heated and freezing, leading my demons and you still seeing no reason. I'm just trying to live, but others keep trying to pull me down. Dreams bigger than the city, but you focused on your town. I'm from the ground, risen above. There's nothingness, that feeling that surrounds when you're feeling down and done with it. Fuck it, I'm not taking shit today. In my head, I'm already dead. KIA.
You heard him. In his head, he's already dead. KIA. You're not going to get this type of coverage from any other YouTuber, period. You're not going to get this type of coverage. Nobody is speaking about his SoundCloud career, his SoundCloud rapper career. In his head, he's already dead.
I'm searching for something but nothing. I keep finding from words and losing myself. I'm running, just wasting my time in my life. I'm feeling drained and everything in my brain is going corrupt. In other words, insane. I'm searching for something but nothing. I keep finding from words and losing myself. I'm running, just wasting my time in my life. I'm feeling drained and everything in my brain is going corrupt. In other words, insane. Just KIA. Just KIA. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
So there is the song. He named it KIA. Awake the Rapper was his name, is his name, I guess. Oh, man. And it has been taken down. The song got 18,000 views. The comments were turned off. He's got another song. Okay, so he dropped the whole album. Okay, he dropped the whole album. We're not going to go through the whole album, but wow, this is crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I mean, he dropped a whole album. Woo! So that's very interesting, y'all. That is very interesting. We see how hip hop is affecting the youth. I wonder what pushed him over the edge. Definitely interested in what pushed him over the edge. But we've got some more news coverage, guys. We got some more news coverage. He got a song called 6215. Love Me Even Though I Don't Love Myself. Let me see. Let me just go through this whole playlist. Okay, so the KIA joint, and then he has one called By the Pond, another one called Dreamscape, Rose's Shadow, Toy Soldier, On My Mind, 1847 Cutie, which is supposed to be phone number. Format. Oh, wow. Now he has a song called Counter Terrorist. Okay, guys, we're going to have to listen to this. I'm sorry. But this is just like so apropos to kind of what he did, right? I mean, he has a song called Counter Terrorist. So, I mean, shit, let's listen to it, man.
A suicide notes I'm writing. Well, what I know, I'm automatic killing these verses like a rifle.
Wow. He said a suicide note I'm writing. Why would I know? I'm automatically killing these verses like a rifle. God. Hey, look. This album, honestly, the production is not that bad. And it's just crazy that he chose to make a foolish decision by taking other people's lives. But that first bar, I mean, it was a bar. I'm not going to take that away. I mean, it was a bar. Just like motherfuckers will say Tay-K was rapping bars. Niggas saying free YNW Melly. Oh, hey. Niggas saying free Young Thug. Niggas saying free everybody who caught a body. So why not free him? I'm not saying I would say that. But what I'm saying is y'all motherfuckers are out here talking about, oh, free this one, free that one, free this one. He ain't do this, he ain't do that. And this motherfucker came through and he did some crazy shit. Dropped 6. Right? He drops it, and everybody's saying free everybody else, all these other rappers, right? Everybody is saying free everybody else, free this rapper, free that rapper. This is a rapper too. I'm just giving y'all the mindset, the thinking process of the community. Okay? Because these motherfuckers are saying free this, free that. And this motherfucker just did some shit that they would glorify in the community. If he would have slid on the ops, this is what I'm saying. If he would have slid on some ops and killed 6 black people, I guarantee niggas would be saying free him. Guaranteed. But he would have to be mixed though. He couldn't be white. Like he would have to be mixed with something. He would have to be half Hispanic, half black. He would have to be mixed with something. But people would be saying free him. This is the rationale. This is the thought process of the community.
Moving swiftly as the pendulum swings, but I find no other joy than what that smile brings.
Fair use.
I'm everlasting, forever I am grasping reality, but I ain't got no real questions to ask. I'm blasting with a double barrel shotty. Fuck, I chop shit like karate. I just kill shit cause I'm Bobby, yeah.
Y'all heard what he said. He said blast him with a double barrel like a shotty. He said chop shit like karate. I just kill shit cause I'm Bobby. God damn. Wow. That is insane. And then he went and really did that shit. Yeah, see, I've been telling you guys that nowadays, see, you'll see, we saw the Buffalo situation where the motherfucker wrote the manifesto, right? Peyton Gendron, he wrote the manifesto in Buffalo. I'm telling you guys, when it comes to like the hip hop culture, their albums are their manifesto, right? The music is the manifesto. And they don't want you to use the lyrics in the courtroom. So let me ask you guys this. When this guy gets caught, when he gets captured, he's already been identified. But when he's probably going to kill himself. I don't think he's not built to last. He's probably going to delete himself. But this is all I'm asking. Would y'all be mad if they brought his lyrics into the courtroom? This is what black people been fighting. Don't bring the lyrics in the courtroom. Don't bring the lyrics in the courtroom. Well, He just said he shot him like a rifle, shoot him with a shotgun because his name Bobby. And now, here are his lyrics on YouTube for full display, on SoundCloud, on Spotify, on iTunes, on all streaming platforms. His album's on all streaming platforms. So if they use his lyrics, are we going to go out there, Black Lives Matter, and protest? I'm asking. Are we going to go out there and protest? Because this all I'm saying. Who is it? Jay-Z, Meek Mill, Fat Joe, all these niggas. He just committed a mass shooting. Should we or should we not use his lyrics in the courtroom?
Wrestling with a double barrel, shoddy. Fuck, I chop shit like karate. I just kill shit cause I'm Bobby, yeah.
So they said he was arrested in Wisconsin, confirmed. Okay.
I'm always cruising cause lately I've been losing my mind on some Dr. Doom and shit. That new school bullshit, that type of music that makes you wanna go and do shit. When inspiration hits, I won't need facts to prove it. So I'm acting so classic like I'm actually about to be famous or important, but I am nothing. And the shit that I am practicing all the time and every night, I guess it didn't happen. It ain't that really something.
I don't know what the fuck that last verse. I don't know what the fuck he meant by that last verse. He was saying a whole bunch of nothing, but there was some flow. There was some flow. I'm not justifying anything that he did, but this is what I'm saying. Motherfuckers will justify what these other rappers do if they got a name. So if he had a name, everybody would say, oh, he's innocent. He ain't do it, da-da-da-da-da. But since he's a no-name SoundCloud rapper, now everybody's going to throw him under the bus. Oh, well, you know, these white men are this and they're crazy and they're going out here doing these school shootings. This is because he's not lit. If he was a lit rapper, people would definitely be dick riding him.
Ain't that really something? Ain't that really something? No matter what I do, every night we all die sometime. Ain't that really something? Ain't that really something?
So he said no matter what he does, we all die sometime.
No matter what I do, every night we all die.
Yo, homie, stay cruising, don't confuse it. This is gentle.
Uh-oh, hold on. Who the fuck did a feature on this shit? Who is this featured on Counter Terrorists? Who featured on this shit? Was it the homie? Because the homie gonna have to come into questioner now. The homie gonna have to come in for questioning. Did you know about this? You featured on the song Counter Terrorists. Did you know about this?
On the soul, trying to fight some demons, used to pen to weave a bow and send an arrow at my enemies to reach them when they go. If you think it sounds dope, then that's essentially the goal. I'm just chilling, spoken like a fucking revolutionary, holding all the weight nobody ever said that you could carry, moving merry music.
I ain't gonna lie, the feature is going hard. The feature is going hard.
Like a troubadour, you could sure use a bit of help to get deeper. Hit a scuba store, removing more.
Wow. God damn, hold on. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I gotta run that back. He said you gotta do something to get deeper, use a scuba store. That shit was hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Like a troubadour, you could sure use a bit of help to get deeper. Hit a scuba store, removing more of myself with every line written. Communicate with my hands through a spy system. It's that.
Somebody said it's George Floyd on the feature. I don't think George Floyd could have formulated a sentence like this together. I ain't gonna lie. The feature is hard as fuck. Oh, they saying he's still on the loose. He wasn't captured. Okay. He probably in the studio. Did anybody check the studio?
Chai sipping, high hitting madman, backhand every other rapper to the trash can and still be depressed at the end.
Somebody said it's Ahmaud Arbery on the feature. God damn. Shout out to Og Nation News with the $10 super trap. He said tonight going live at 10:30 on Rumble. Og Nation News.
Hold on. Hello? Where we at? Oh, you want to know where I'm at? We outside!
You already know what it is. Og Nation News outside on Rumble at 10:30 p.m. Let's get it.
the end of the day. But try not to care, cause this shit is a game. And it seems like everybody else is throwing like an Afghan, so I'll be here patiently waiting to crash land.
God damn. Hey, that second verse was hard as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. That second verse, fuck this guy. Definitely fuck this guy. But we got to figure out who that was on that second verse. He needs a record deal. I'm dead ass. Hold on. Let's run that shit back. That second verse was kind of hard.
Use a bit of help to get me to go. And don't confuse that really something. Ain't that really something? No matter what I do, every night we all. Yo, homie, stay cruising, don't confuse it. This is gentle on the soul. Trying to fight some demons, used to pen to weave a bow and send an arrow at my enemies to reach them when they go. If you think it sounds dope, then that's essentially the goal.
Let's
I'm
go!
just chilling, spoken like a fucking revolutionary.
Revolutionary.
Holding on to wait, nobody ever said that you could carry
shit.
Music like a troubadour. You could sure use a bit of help to get deeper.
Like
Hit
a scuba
store,
store.
removing more of myself with every line written.
Let's get it.
Communicate with
how the DJ be in the club stopping the shit.
my
Let's
hands
go.
through a spy system. It's that chai sipping, high hitting madman. Backhand every other rapper
Like
to the
the
trash
Nas
can and still be depressed at the end of the day. But try not to care, cause this shit is a game. And it seems like everybody else is throwing like an Afghan. So I'll be here patiently waiting to crash land. Ain't that really something?
Yeah. Ladies and free.
Ain't that really something?
Till 11 p.m.
Ain't that really
Let's
something?
go.
I do every night we all.
Ain't that something?
Ain't that really something?
God damn. I ain't gonna lie. That second verse was hard. I can't take anything away from that second verse, but I did want to listen to the counter-terrorist song. I do not get why these young motherfuckers just... Wow. I mean, it sounds like he had a decent network of rappers who might have been serious about their shit. And, you know, I guess that's just how it ended, man. This motherfucker is out of his mind. But that second verse, whoever the fuck that was, we might have to go get him a record deal. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. But let's get some more information on this story, guys. Sheesh.
Identified now. All we had was a vague description, but now we can put a name and an age to that suspect. He is 22-year-old Robert Bobby E. Crimo III. Police have identified him within the hour. They believe that he is driving a 2010 silver Honda Fit. So they have a name, they have a vehicle to go along.
There y'all go. So if y'all see them 2010 silver Honda Fits, be on the lookout.
With their effort. And here now, Lourdes, we are getting a look at him for the very first time.
And this being one of the pictures that's circulating this afternoon. There are others that we should be bringing you here in the next few hours, but this picture specifically is from authorities. I can only assume that it's a mugshot. The producers can correct me if I'm wrong, but that is a picture that's coming in today for Robert Bobby E. Crimo III. It is a mugshot picture from authorities, so they have had some sort of run-in with him in the past. 22 years old, driving a 2010 silver Honda Fit, license plate DM80653, and authorities made it very clear this afternoon during their last press briefing that he should be considered as someone who is armed and dangerous. If you come across him, if you find him, if you know where he may be, you are asked to reach out to authorities. So again, we will keep watching the development.
Wow, that's crazy.
Of course, we're going to get an update, and hopefully we're working right now behind the scenes to get you that photo. And I'm told that we do have it. We do have the photo. We're going to try to get it up for you right now, and we'll tell you more about the person that is considered to be a person of interest. That is the face of Robert E. Crimo III, described to be a 22-year-old, described to be a person of interest in this shooting, driving a 2010 silver Honda Fit with an Illinois license plate DM80653. Again, we want to point out the fact that he is considered to be armed and dangerous. So if you do see him, if you do see that vehicle, do not approach. Make sure you pick up your phone and dial 911. So again, that is the image of who police are actively searching for. That is the picture of Robert E. Crimo, who goes by the name Bobby. He is from the Highland Park area and police are actively searching for him. They did not indicate if they thought he was still in the area or not. That was not very clear. But what was clear.
I also have a video that he posted about 8 months ago. It's very disturbing. So we are going to watch it. Oh, wow. He was doing a lot, man. He was doing a lot. Let's get it.
Is that this is a serious investigation. They are looking everywhere, hoping that they find the person that you see on your screen. Looks like he has a tattoo underneath his right eye. And as you can see,
damn, I think they're saying now it's 9 dead. I think it's 9 dead now.
Does have dark colored hair. If you know anything about his whereabouts, if you do know Robert Crimo the third, and you know anything about what unfolded and how he may have played a role in this, don't hesitate to call the FBI. Let's go back to Anthony Ponce. He was there when police just gave us this photo, just gave us this information on Robert Crimo III. Any new updates you can give us now, Anthony, on this person of interest?
Nothing new from authorities, but one thing to just make sure to remind all our viewers who have been following this unfolding story all day is if you see Bobby Crimo or that vehicle, to call 911. Don't approach the vehicle. Don't approach the young man. He is still considered armed and dangerous, as we finally got an identification on a person of interest here, a photograph of him, and a vehicle description, which again is a 2010 silver Honda Fit with Illinois plates DM80653. Those Honda Fits are the small hatchback Hondas, not a big car. Again, it's silver.
Wow, guys, I got a lot more video coming for you guys from this guy, so we're gonna get into the thick of it, y'all.
2010, and it's got Illinois plates. DM80653 is the manhunt continues for Bobby Crimo. You mentioned, Tia, he had at least one face tattoo. It looks like he has a number of neck tattoos as well, and I've been kind of following some posts on social media over the last 10 minutes or so, and it seems like he has been radicalized in some way. If the YouTube video that I just saw, my photographer is actually an expert in some extremism here domestically. He's a great resource for that. The photojournalist that I'm working with this afternoon, who tracked down a very disturbing, given today's events, a very disturbing YouTube video that it appears to be the same young man that police are aggressively searching for as we head into the evening hours here. Again, the latest here on the scene in Highland Park is that
okay, I just got pictures confirmed that he was arrested, so he has been taken into custody. I don't know what they mean by radicalized. I don't know what they're talking about, but we're gonna watch these videos. We're gonna watch these videos to see.
About 0.8 miles east of us is that 4-block quadrant, which is still, I don't want to say on lockdown, but they're saying everyone should shelter in place if they're still there. Within the confines of St. John's Avenue, Green Bay Road, Elm Place, and Laurel Avenue. If you're in that quadrant there, they are still telling you to shelter in place. We here, the media staging area is about a little less than a mile west of that location. It's serving as a staging area for the high number of law enforcement agencies that are here in Highland Park to assist in the search at this point, which is centered around this young man, Bobby Crimo. Right now, I do see a couple of residents. They're out front of their house. They're kind of just waiting for updates as we are here as members of the media. Sergeant Covelli's here answering a couple of questions. They expect to have another update right around 6 o'clock. We do expect the governor to be here. We know he is en route to the northern suburbs as we head into the evening hours. But again, that's the latest. The big development in the last 20 minutes or so is authorities have released all the information about the person of interest that they are searching for actively and aggressively at this hour. He is 22-year-old Bobby Crimo. He is driving a 2010 silver Honda Fit with Illinois plates.
There you have it. So we're gonna watch this one of these videos that man, he posted a lot. Oh man, he's posting a lot of shit. It's gonna get weird, guys. That's all I'm gonna tell you. gonna get weird. Like I said, make sure y'all go support Ock Nation on Rumble at 10:30. Go check him out. Go search his name. Rumble 10:30. This is gonna get weird, y'all. This is gonna get weird. So this is a video that he posted about 8 months ago. So let's watch.
Unable to stop and think, my actions will be valiant, and my thought is unnecessary. I know what I have to do. I know what's in it, not only for me, but for...
What does this symbol mean? Does anybody know what this symbol means? Does anybody know what this symbol is?
everyone else. Where am I going? I don't know. I don't care. There is no past or future, just the now. It is more abstract than I could ever imagine. I can feel the atmosphere pushing me in. It's unstoppable. Like a wave pulling me under. I can't breathe without it. I can't see or hear what I don't want.
So guys, let me know if this is just art or should we use this in the courtroom? Like these rappers are saying. This is another video, very disturbing. I think this was also posted by him on YouTube. I guess this was the location. So here's his Twitter. Awake the Rapper fan club, the best Awake the Rapper fan page. And he says, stay woke. Yeah, so they're trying to get rid of it online. Let's play it. So he posted this video on YouTube. Very fucked up. Okay. Let's go to another video that he posted. It's gonna get weird, y'all. Fair warning. It's gonna get weird. Let's see. See if we can go here. All right, there. Boom. All right, let's run it back. Let's get it. This is him, apparently.
Twist your legs as I twist my head. Hanging from a noose, I'm already dead.
Hanging from a noose, I'm already dead. Was he just frustrated that his rap career didn't kick off? It's very much giving frustration of a failed rap career.
Burned everything that has a smell of you.
Burned everything that has
safety.
There we go.
Larry Wilson led the National Football League in.
So this is how Facebook do. They play some other bullshit. Burned every thing that had the smell of you. So did he get his heart broken? Is that why he did this?
I'm running out of time, I know what's ahead. I'm running out of time, don't know what to do. I'm counting all my pennies like it's all I have. I'm counting plenty friends that I've never had. I'm counting plenty friends who really got my back.
So you see he did the bottle flip.
Twist your legs as I twist my head. Hanging from a noose, I'm already dead. Burned everything that has a smell of you. I'm running out of time, I know what's ahead.
And you know, if he would have ran up on anybody, he would have got his ass kicked. This is why this shit is even more cowardly. Definitely influenced by XXXTentacion. Absolutely. And honestly, it looks like he is probably... I don't think he's fully white. He probably is more Middle Eastern Persian or Moroccan. I know a guy who looks just like him who's Moroccan. So I don't know if he's just white, okay?
Put a bullet straight through my head.
I mean, that's what he should have done. He should have just deleted himself instead of going and taking out his frustrations on everybody else. Wow, man, this is crazy. I want to call him the F word because I do use the F word in my normal language, but obviously you can't say that on YouTube. But if I would call him the F word. So
Point blank gang, I'm already dead. I don't know what the fuck to say to you. I'm running out of lives, I know what is left. I'm running out of lives like it's Gallagher. Coming down from highs, I'ma take a breath. I'm running out of lives, life is challenging. Spaced out like Apollo, I'ma take a step. Twist your legs as I twist my head. Hanging from a noose, I'm already dead. Burned everything that has the smell of you.
guys, don't do drugs.
I'm running out of time, I know what's ahead. I'm running out of time, don't know what to do. I'm counting all my pennies like it's all I have. I'm counting plenty friends that I've never had. I'm counting plenty friends who really got my back. Twist your legs as I twist my head. Hanging from a noose, I'm already dead.
Oh God, fair use, fair use.
Burned everything that has the smell of you. I'm running out of time, I know what's ahead.
Yeah, so definitely a weird guy. Definitely a weirdo, man. Sheesh, bruh. This motherfucker is... I mean, I don't even know what to say, honestly. Obviously, he had access to the studio. He had photographers, videographers, editors. Who was that on the feature? We need him in for questioning.
A mass shooting at a 4th of July parade in a Chicago suburb this morning left at least 6 people dead and about 24 more injured. 5 of the 6 adults died at the scene. 1 child was critically wounded, and hundreds of people fled from the parade. The gunman has not been captured. Police say they are still hunting for a 22-year-old person of interest named Robert Crimo. It is the latest mass shooting at what used to be the most ordinary and routine places in this country. A supermarket, an elementary school, and now a holiday parade have all been targeted in the last 6 weeks. And a warning tonight about our coverage. It does include video and graphic accounts of today's shooting.
Wow, guys. So I just got this in as well. It looks like his father owns a store. It is called Bob's Pantry and Deli in Highland Park, Illinois. And they are coming under smoke. I believe that is where the music video was filmed, in his father's deli store. Wow, man. He did his daddy wrong, because it looks like his dad is a hardworking entrepreneur. And, you know, it's crazy that his son would do this shit, man. So let's see. I also have some more information on this rapper Awake. Wikitubia, I guess this is a YouTube fan page or something like that. let me share this right quick, and then we'll get back to the news story. So I guess this was his rapper bio. Robert Eugene Bobby Crimo III, better known by his stage name Awake, stylized as Awake the Rapper, is an American rapper, singer, and songwriter from Chicago, Illinois. On Valentine's Day 2016, Awake released his first hit song, By the Pond, featuring Atlas. Later that year, the music video was released on his official artist channel. The track amassed 3+ million streams across the internet before it was completely removed from stores and streaming services for an unspecified reason. And the reason why it would be removed is because his beat probably was not original. So he used somebody else's beat without giving them credit or getting authorization to use that beat. That's usually why that happens. Or he might have used a sample that wasn't cleared, and then he tried to monetize that sample. It's basic intellectual property rights right there. So intellectual property law. In December of 2017, Awake released his fan favorite mixtape Messages, which was available for online streaming and limited edition cassette tapes. The mixtape produced many hits like Out of This World and KIA. He then went out to release his second mixtape, Observer, in 2018, which included hits Love Me Even Though I Don't Love Myself and 6215. Directly following that, on October 8, 2018, Awake released his hit single, On My Mind, which has amassed 4+ million streams online. In September of 2018, it was noted that Awake Spotify had 100,000 monthly listeners. He gained quite a cult following since the disappearance of him and his music from the internet. Some songs are still available through some fan re-uploads onto various websites. So will he have any copycats after this? That's the question. Will he have any copycats? Okay. Looks like he started going by that name in 2011. Just like the Jack of all trades or the Joker card, Awake is diverse with his style. He plays it loosely with his soft, smooth vocals or fast-paced rap, which is usually accompanied by a lo-fi trap beat, which either consists of studio record instruments or synth melodies. Oh, man. So people are in the comments recently, formerly Chuck's bad man. Yikes. So, wow. So they're going in on the Facebook page. I do want to kind of show you this because it looks like there's some fresh knowledge on the Facebook page. So here is a Facebook page, and I don't want to hold his father accountable, even though y'all know we always out here and we say, sisters, come get your kids. But at this point, he's really not in the house. He's not a kid anymore. He's outside. They said he was 22. He's on his own, away from his father's covering. So Pops really didn't have a say in what he did. I don't know if he was living at home, though. If he was still living at the crib, maybe Pops could have known. But guys, don't go and spam the father. We just are here for research purposes only. So people are in the comments. In the last updated status was on December 19th, 2017. So obviously the Facebook page is not active much. All negative commenters must not believe in a free nation where people are not guilty until proven so. Lord have mercy. Tell that to the 6 dead, which is 9 dead, who don't have a trial either. No one needs an assault rifle. Oh, God. So she's coming after the assault rifle. It is not the parents' responsibility for what their adult child do. Stop harassing these people. Excuse me. I hope and pray the parents are cooperating 100% with law enforcement on capturing their son. Yes, and he has been captured. They are rushing to clear all of their online presence. The obituary of the grandfather was removed 30 minutes ago. So wow. That's insane. I know it will surprise everyone that mommy and daddy and son were Trump supporters. No, so they're saying that he was a Trump supporter. Either way, it's a sad day. I don't care what side of the aisle people are on. We have failed the mentally ill in the country. That is no doubt. And then they said, David Vogel, you are just as sick and dangerous as this kid. I doubt he was a Trump supporter. Looks like more like a Biden Antifa supporting POS. Yeah, that's the type of vibe that I was getting from. But we do see that his father is a small business owner, so that could be a possibility that he's a Trump supporter. But I mean, honestly, it really doesn't matter. He definitely you know, killed a lot of innocent people. Oh, come on, leave the poor family alone. David, stop. People have died. This isn't about politics. Thank goodness he lost. He ran for mayor as a Democrat in 2019 and lost, like always, Democrats ruining this state. Okay, so it looks like maybe Bob ran for mayor. I don't know, though. You leave Bob Crimo alone. He's running for mayor here. Wow. So was he really running for mayor? This is something that I gotta... Oh, shit. The plot thickens. So the authorities surrounded his home. Wow, man. If this dude's dad was running for mayor, he just fucked up his campaign. So they say he ran for mayor as a Republican in 2019. Okay. Let's say, is this family of the shooter? Looks like business was sold during COVID. Are you guys gonna open tomorrow? Damn, these motherfuckers are making a joke out of this shit. And they mad at me for covering it. They're like, oh, you making a joke out of it? No, I wasn't. I was just looking at the music to see how it might have influenced his decisions. But this is the shooter's grandfather. His grandson name is listed on the obituary. So they do have the obituary online. I'm not gonna go that deep because the grandfather, he has no say. I mean, he died in 2018. It has nothing to do with him. Okay. So I thought my dog just busted in the door. Okay, so here are the parents. We'll go to the parents really quickly. It's a lot going on here, guys. Sorry I'm so sporadic, but I do want to cover this comprehensively. Here are the parents. Like I said, they don't really have a say. She definitely looks foreign. Dad is obviously hella white, but she definitely looks like she has some other origins. But we definitely want to know what that symbol meant that he had. Obviously Bob's Pantry. Biggest draw to the store is deli, fresh meats, cheese, and garnishes. Make our own custom-made sandwiches. #1 seller. Okay. So, you can't really blame the parents when he's 22 and he's all the way out of his crib. Oh, man, they're saying declare bankruptcy. People saying boycott him. That's a killer deal. Wow, these people are... See, and they get mad at me, but, Facebook commenters, obviously. Is this the roof that he was on? Damn, they going hard in the comments. Y'all need to calm down. The man died in 2018. So, okay, so check your son. This is horrible. So did the father die, or was that just the grandfather? Well, they going hard at Bob's Pantry and Deli. They're going hard. They did have good reviews, though. Okay. They did have good reviews. But now it looks like people are mentioning them, and they're going hard. Horrible representation of the community. Should be shut down. Trash, 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 trash. You raised an effing murderer, you sick freaks. So people are definitely going in. Small menu, no laptop friendly, slow service, morning rush, loyalty card, no Wi-Fi, rude staff, noisy, long queues, not enough seating. Damn, so they went in on that one. Nice fake profile. Okay, so they're definitely trying to they're going hard. Okay. So this is the grandfather, I believe, who passed away at 88 in 2018. And maybe the business was passed on. This is Robert Crimo, the guy who did the shooting. Oh, man. This is insane, y'all. But, I mean, before 2018, people were saying they were the best sandwiches on the planet. The chicken jalapeno melt is incredible. Great service with friendly staff. Great sandwiches with huge chips and drinks when you make it a combo. So people was fucking with it, bruh. And people were recommending it. It was it was doing well. It was doing well until this whole debacle. Wow. But anyways, let's get back to breaking down some of these news clips.
It was a parade to celebrate the 4th that turned into terror and panic. Gunfire cut the celebrations short.
Damn.
And attendees fled, leaving a barren scene.
Damn.
The deadly shooting happened in Highland Park, a wealthy suburb around 25 miles north of downtown Chicago. Mayor Nancy Rodering said her entire community was reeling from the loss.
This morning at 10:14, our community was terrorized by an act of violence that has shaken us to our core. On a day that we came together to celebrate community and freedom, we're instead mourning the tragic loss of life and struggling with the terror that was brought upon us.
Police say gunfire erupted around 10 minutes after the parade began and came from a nearby roof.
Pop, 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 pop. A lot of popping sounds. Definitely a lot of.
And y'all know that NBA YoungBoy song. He's like, said she want a gun, pop, 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 blah, 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 blah. Hey, you know, it sounds all fine and dandy until it's happening to you, right? It sounds all fine and dandy, and the beat is hard, and the shit is fine, and then you hear them pop, pop, pop when you're trying to have a good time at a parade, and now the whole vibe of the song is different.
Shots.
Jay Smith is the executive producer of Chicago Tonight at WTTW in Chicago. He was at the parade as the shooting broke out.
Very quickly, we saw police on the street running east, running towards where the gunshots were coming from, or where we heard the gunshots. And the police were yelling, you know, shooter, shooter, run, run, run.
Authorities found a high-powered rifle left behind after the chaos. President Biden today said he was shocked by the senseless gun violence that brought grief throughout the community. For more on this horrific event, I spoke a short time ago with Lynn Sweet. She is the Washington bureau chief at the Chicago Sun-Times, and she was at the parade today when the shots rang out. Lynn, welcome to the News Hour. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, so they're saying Crimo is of Italian descent from this article that I'm reading here. Father was a small business owner who has been self-employed since 1990. Rapper, they got, you know, he goes by the name Awake. They got his releases, the song releases and all that kind of shit. Then he dropped an EP in 2022 called Brainwash with 5 songs. One, Brainwash, Dead Again, Game Boy, Dummy Diddy Dumb, and I Am the Storm. Wow. Allegedly used a high-powered rifle. Okay, we got it.
Saw that report there and heard from some folks on the ground, but just tell me, you were there at the parade. Tell me what you heard and saw as that shooting began. How did you first realize something was horribly wrong?
Well, I've been to this parade many, many times. I have family in Highland Park, which is why I'm here right now. And when I saw something terribly wrong, when I started seeing dozens of people running towards me, looking horrified. I was a bit away from where the shooter was, so I didn't hear the shots going, but I certainly saw people running literally for their lives, because some of them actually saw what had happened. People shot.
All right, guys. So I do have an update. If you wanted to really get an understanding of his political affiliation, here it goes right here. Anti-fascist action. It looks like he was definitely Antifa That means he was a leftist. Robert Awake Crimo. This is his Instagram. So he definitely was left leaning. Definitely behind the Antifa. So I'm sure after the 4th of July, we will not hear anything about this anymore. Maybe his parents were Trump supporters, and I wouldn't put that past them because they were small business owners, but it looks like he absolutely rebelled against not only his parents, but his grandfather's wishes. And, it ended the way that it ended. So if you guys had any question about his political affiliation or left leaning, that was his fucking Instagram right there. So
while people were running, I did walk towards where they were running from. I observed bodies, sad to say, terribly slaughtered by gunshot. The rapid fire from this shooter just destroyed half of the body I saw. I'm sorry to be so gruesome. I saw people wounded. In a way, what is a blessing because so many Highland Park emergency vehicles were there for the parade. In a 4th of July parade, you have the ambulance there, the fire department. There are many first responders on the scene or ready to tend to the wounded. And what I saw out there and what leaves a deep impression is the moment frozen in time. People fleeing, again, literally for their lives, their chairs, those summer chairs that everyone brings to a parade, water bottles.
guys, like the video, like the stream. Don't make me have to go to Jinquavius. We got 175 people in the building as of now. Make sure you go ahead and like that video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed. We are breaking this down from an angle that nobody else will talk about. Nobody else is playing his music. Nobody else is looking into his social media presence. Make sure y'all hit that Super Trap, hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal. Mods, I need y'all to be on your motherfucking Dean. Okay, I need y'all to get these people to like the video. Shout out to Romer Dubust or Dubost with the $9.99 Super Trap. He said, keep up the good reporting, Gen Z.
Hold on. Hello? Where we at? Oh, you want to know where I'm at? We outside!
Obviously, from Robert Dubost's profile picture, you can obviously see that he's outside with the $9.99 Super Trap. Appreciate that.
Backpacks, bits of food, hats just left there, especially all the baby carriages just left there as people fled. And as I speak to you now, I'm in Highland Park, just a few blocks from the shooting scene, and the shooter is still at large.
Mm-hmm.
People are still sheltering in place.
Lynn, help us understand that. As you mentioned, officials have said they're still looking for the shooter. They've released a description. It has been several hours. What do we know about the investigation and why it's taking so long to find him?
Well, Highland Park has been giving briefings about every half hour with officials. This town is barricaded every which way right now. Massive police presence. Even the beach is closed, the roads to the beach here. So what we know is that this so-called lone gunman is at large. As you've been reporting, I'm sure, a rapid-fire weapon, a high-powered rifle was retrieved, and the police are doing sweeps.
So, Lynn, you were talking to people who live there in Highland Park, reporting as soon as this shooting happened. What did they tell you about this kind of thing? Did they expect that this sort of shooting would ever happen there?
No, no one expected it. This was a 4th of July parade. People hadn't been together because of COVID at this parade in a long time. It is an event where it's very celebratory, and then the mood suddenly changes in an instant. And with the shooter still at large, the instant is still with us because people are terrified that this active shooting incident may not be over.
That is Lynn Sweet, Washington bureau chief at the Chicago Sun-Times, joining us tonight from Highland Park. Lynn, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Woo! So y'all heard it, man. Sheesh. We're going to get to the next clip. We're going to get to the next clip. Guys, make sure you like the video.
Agent Phil Andrew. This
Damn,
joining us
she bad as fuck on the left.
now is former FBI Special Agent Phil Andrew. The suspect is, of course, still at large with a person of interest. What are police doing at this time and the FBI to try to catch this person of interest?
Well, this is a huge break in the case where this suspect has been fully identified and now is out in the media. Law enforcement is going to be responding to tips, which a national FBI tip line has already been established. They're also covering local leads that using all kinds of electronic stuff, from plate readers from the toll road, and a number of municipalities have devices which indicate when a license plate has gone by a certain location. They'll even have information around cell phone usage, where this perpetrator, they very likely identified his cell phone.
All right, so I did just get an update that the uncle is now speaking live. So we're going to listen to the uncle. Shout out to Johnny Gale with the $4.99 super trap. He says, as long as he's left and only gliders killed it, it'll blow over quick. One thing they'll use is he's taken in alive. Facts.
Oh, say less.
All right, so we are going to interrupt this broadcast in order to show this other broadcast where the uncle is actually speaking. This is going to be interesting, guys. Let's see what type of excuses he comes up with for this killer here, okay?
Email, but we just got a picture of this suspect being taken into custody. And if I'm not mistaken, earlier we have been describing him as wearing a white or blue shirt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in this actual photo,
yeah, that was the.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
That was the initial description, is that he was wearing a white or blue shirt. But in the photo that we have now of him being taken into custody, he must have changed clothes because his shirt is black.
So
we have this image just in from a Fox 32 viewer that is apparently Robert Crimo III being taken into custody by police after this horrific mass shooting at the Highland Park 4th of July parade. This takedown happened in Lake Forest on Route 41 and Wesley. Police say an officer saw a car matching the description of Crimo's and tried to stop it. And we know there was a short pursuit. But again, Bobby Crimo, the person of interest in the Highland Park parade shooting, is now in police custody. And our Dane Placco just spoke with Crimo's uncle. Let's listen into that.
Here we go.
Paul, thanks for talking to us. What did you want to say to the people who were hurt, the families of the people that were killed?
I just want to say I'm deeply, deeply sorry for everyone that lost their lives and got injured. From the bottom of my heart,
fuck wrong with him. He sounded like he done had a stroke.
Heartbroken, and my heart is shattered to hear this, and I can't even believe it. And I just want to express my deeply sorry and my condolences to everybody. Me and my brother were very well known in Ravinia, Highland Park, and we have a good character. Everybody loves us.
Golly, man. And this fucked up they face card for good. Face card is fucked.
And this is just, it breaks my heart to even hear about all this.
Tell us about your nephew, Bobby III. Have there been any signs of trouble, any warning signs recently?
There's been no warning signs. As I saw him yesterday evening, and when I went home, I said hi to him.
You should have slapped the shit out of him yesterday. God damn.
And then when I came back downstairs, I said bye. He said bye, and that was it. That was normal standards of all time. I mean, I see nothing that would trigger him up for doing this.
Had he ever said anything to you, or said anything to a family member that might have concerned people?
No, there's no concerns that I've seen at all.
So they said he hit it. They said he hit it pretty well.
And the weapon, do you have any idea where he acquired the weapon?
I'm not sure. No.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
I'm not really involved with him. Like, I mean, we're like, we just say hi.
So he a deadbeat uncle. He said he wasn't involved. He a deadbeat uncle. Do we need to start calling out these deadbeat uncles now?
And that's it.
You
I
guys
don't.
were living in the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
home.
We live together. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Explain that arrangement.
What the fuck? So they live together, but he ain't involved. What the hell? So all he do is say hi and bye. There's got to be something wrong if your uncle don't want to have a conversation with you. Like when I talk to my uncle, like we be shooting the shit. We be talking about hoes. We be talking about bitches. We be talking about whatever the fuck. We be talking about getting money. We be talking about this, talking about that. Like me and my uncle, we cool. We like friends. You know what I mean? But this, you living with the nigga and you don't, all y'all say is hi and bye? Gotta be something wrong.
It was your dad's home, right?
Yeah, yes.
At one time.
Yes.
Your dad passed away, and
Right.
then you, your brother, and Bobby the third were living there.
Yes.
And
And he has own apartment in the back, and I have my own upstairs bedroom, and it was separate the whole time.
Yeah.
So I seldom see him at times. But when I do see him, I mean, he's actually, I mean, he has helped me around the house at times, and there was no signs of trouble. I saw no signs of trouble, and if I did see signs, I would have said something. But there was no signs of trouble.
What was he doing with his life? He was 22. Was he going to school? Was he working?
I think he was out of he didn't go to college, and he was like a YouTube rapper.
So the YouTube rap shit wasn't a sign. I mean, he ain't even know what the damn kid did. Oh, I didn't know what he did. He's a YouTube rapper. Nigga, what?
Out of he didn't go to college, and he was like a YouTube rapper that I know, but I never even preview his videos at all.
Yeah.
Damn. that might been a thing that threw him over the board. Hey, Unc, you listen to my mixtape? Nah, nigga. Turn that weak ass shit off. That might been what pushed him over the edge. Uncle said his mixtape was trash. He said, throw that bullshit out in the garbage.
Just knowing that he's on YouTube.
So he was trying to do rapping and
Yeah, he's a rapper, and then he was also an artist. He was a good artist a while back.
Was he professional? Was he getting?
Yo, there's something wrong with Unc. Like, I mean, I get it. You're a little nervous, but all the extra stuff, like, come on, bro.
Paid for?
No. He drew good.
Did he have a job?
At Panera Bread, he worked from maybe 2 years ago.
Why he ain't work for Bob's Deli? Why he ain't work for Bob's Deli?
Yeah,
but he'd been unemployed.
Right.
And no mental problems or psychological problems in the
Not
past?
that I know of, no.
I mean, I wouldn't trust Unc to identify any mental or psychological problems. It looks like he's not all the way there either.
He's a real quiet kid. He keeps everything to himself, and he doesn't express himself out. So he just like sits down on his computer, and there's no like interaction between me and him.
God damn. He said all that nigga do is sit down on his damn computer. There's no interaction between them. That's wild. And you live in the same house? Golly.
And having known him your entire life and learning this horrible event, what do you think? What goes through your mind?
I can't even believe it. It seems like it's a dream, and I can't even imagine.
Not a dream, a nightmare. A nightmare. A nightmare.
Imagine about it. I can't even. I'm heartbroken. I mean, I'm deeply heartbroken, and I'll be heartbroken for the rest of my life. And seeing what happened, it just breaks my heart. And I just want to tell everybody that I'm very sorry, and from the bottom of my heart. And I'm just sorry, so sorry that this happened.
And that was the uncle of Robert Crimo III. That was Paul Crimo that you just heard from. He said no indication or signs of trouble, no knowledge of his nephew having a gun. He said that he was a YouTuber, a rapper, and also an artist. But again, the key words there, I think, that everyone has been looking for
is rapper. That's the key word, rapper.
Any signs of trouble, any signs of someone that may carry out a mass shooting like this. Again, we have heard from police that it sounds like Robert Crimo is going from a person of interest to a suspect, but again, they still have to interview him at this time. So this is a story we've been following since the very beginning when it happened, Corey.
Right. Corey McFerrin on set now as well as we continue to follow this incredible day. It began this morning in Highland Park a little after 10 o'clock. But
what did you want to say to the people who were hurt, the families of the people that were killed?
I just want to say I'm deeply, deeply sorry for everyone that lost their lives and got injured. From the bottom of my heart, I'm heartbroken, and my heart is shattered to hear this, and I can't even believe it. And I just want to express my deeply sorry and my condolences to everybody. Me and my brother were very well known in Ravinia, Highland Park.
Okay, so I guess it was just playing it back. I thought we were going to get something new. Here is an updated video of his arrest.
to start filming, did you assume it was what it was right away, or did you know?
Shout out to Tina Agerson with a $10 super sticker.
Oh, say less.
I was at a stoplight on the way home from the grocery store with my son, and within seconds, all police officers, all the law enforcement sort of surrounded this car.
I wish they would have let the dog bite him.
That was turning from 41 onto Wesley. And over the loudspeaker, could hear him say, "Get out of the car." At that point, I knew this had to be the suspect. And I was with my son, so I had my son go in the floor of the car in the passenger seat. I didn't know if he was armed. I didn't know if there were bombs involved. But every type of law enforcement sort of came, surrounded the car, including canines. He got out of the car, had his hands up. I got a perfect look at his face and recognized him from the tattoo underneath his eye. And they ascended onto him. He went down on the ground, and they cuffed him. And I am just obviously so heartbroken. Our entire community is, and my thoughts and prayers go out to all the family members who were affected so deeply. And this is just...
Notice he was sagging. Notice he was busting slack.
Horrific and tragic, and just can't give enough appreciation to all the law enforcement who worked on this all day, and especially at the end to get him into custody.
Right. Kate, thank you for that play-by-play description of exactly what you saw. Was there any interaction? Could you hear any verbal exchanges between those officers on the scene and Bobby Crimo?
No, he was silent. He had a very...
God damn, they pulled up on his bitch ass.
Sort of smuggish look. He had very little emotion. He didn't seem to resist. And thank goodness he didn't.
Right. And I'm just curious, what gave you the, the courage to stay with the video and get this thing recorded as you did?
I have no idea. I think I was thinking about all the victims, and
it takes courage to film a video. Fuck. You giving bitches brownie points for filming an arrest? The hell? And the officers got body cameras anyway. It ain't like it wasn't gonna get on film. The fuck?
Wanting this person in custody, and my phone was in my purse and I grabbed it.
Shout out to How Dare You with the $4.99 super trap. He says he does have that twink 110-pound soaking wet look.
Oh, say less.
Yeah, he definitely looks like a tweaker. Man, he is not gonna do well in a Chicago State prison. I'll tell you that much. I will tell you that much right now. Woo.
and I just did it. And the only thing I'm happy is that he is in custody.
For sure. And a lot of people echo that thought. And Kate, if I can ask, what community do you live in up there?
We live in Lake Forest.
In Lake Forest.
We are.
So you can certainly you feel the pain of Highland Park, and I guess all of Chicagoland feels their pain, but particularly because you are a neighboring suburb, as you mentioned earlier, your heart really goes out to all who are affected by this. But really, this sort of affects everybody, doesn't it?
It affects everybody. It affects every surrounding community. It affects the entire state of Illinois. It affects the country. And, our deepest condolences for all those who passed away and those who were injured, and just so grateful for all the law enforcement who were our heroes today.
Great point. And so, Kate, one final wrap-up question then. We see a photo of Crimo on the ground, an officer taking care of him in terms of cuffing or whatever he's doing to make sure he's secure. And then was it pretty...
Hold up. Does he have his knee on his back? Does he have that knee on the back? That's an illegal procedure. Illegal procedure. 15-yard penalty.
Fast? They get him into a squad car and take him off. What happened then?
Yes, they got him into a squad car, and I believe they took him away pretty quickly, pretty immediately. And then helicopters were there, and I immediately, we had to stay there for a few minutes after that, and then they allowed us to pass through, and I went home and told my husband, and we were in a bit of I think my son and I were in a bit of shock. But,
I'm sure you were. I'm sure it was a moment that shook you, and it would anybody. How many different police vehicles were on scene, do you think, at that point where you saw them?
Oh goodness. Armored vehicles, police, looked like I would say 20, and then men. I mean, it was incredible.
It sounded like she got Cricket Wireless. We're going to fast forward.
Born and raised, I'm told, in Highland Park. Your name is?
Susie Edick.
Susie, tell me why you came by the police station tonight.
Well, we live in the neighborhood, so when we heard that he'd been, apprehended, we figured we wanted to come out here and just see the person that's totally just destroyed people in this wonderful community. I was born and raised here. I took my kids to these parades every year. It was something that we looked forward to. And when I heard what happened today, I was in shock. I mean, it took me a minute to really process what I was hearing, because I've always felt like this is one of the safest communities, you could possibly live and raise your family. It just didn't seem possible this happened here.
And what's a stunning sight is when you go to the area where the parade was being held, even now, you see rows and rows of empty folding chairs, tables,
It's
kids'
awful.
bikes.
Yeah, it's just really disturbing. We went up there just to take a look, and it is ominous just to see the whole wonderful downtown, which is such a beautiful downtown. Just these empty chairs, kids' dolls, just things strewn all over the place. It was very depressing.
What needs to happen in this community now?
I think that it's going to be hard, but I think it's such a tight-knit community. People live here, they go to college, they come back, they raise their kids, and it just continues on from there. And I just think everybody will rally together. I think everybody feels what's happened here. And I think everyone who lives here has the same feeling. It's just a great community to raise your family in. And I think people will just have to bond together, I guess, Yeah.
Susie, thanks for talking to us.
You're very welcome.
One of, I'd say probably 50 or 60 people out here. In fact, let's take another shot. So
Guys, vote on the poll. We just got the poll in. The question is it racist that he was taken in alive? Okay. Is it racist that he was taken in alive? We're also going to open up the stream. We got 179 people in the building, guys. We are going to go into a quick commercial break before we bring anybody else up, but you can join the stream for a brief moment. I'm going to be on live till 9:30. So I do want to hear you guys' thoughts, what you think on this mass shooting. I think the update is 9 killed at this point, which is absolutely horrible. What do you think about this guy's music, his rap career, his family? Do you think they should have seen the warning signs? Overall, what do you guys think? Vote on the poll. Vote on the poll, guys. We're going to go to a brief intermission. And once Genquavius reels us in, we will be right back.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting just took place. Excuse me, I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Genquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo. Ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live.
That ain't
with
me.
Funky ass
Yeah,
suit
that's
on.
that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Genquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
All right, guys. So we are back. We do have some votes on the poll. They're saying that he never resisted, and that is why he was taken in alive. Yeah, I see a lot of people comparing it to the Jayland situation. Very different situations, obviously, and very different outcomes. All right. So, man, we didn't have anybody join the stream, even though we've got 150 people in here now. We had some people drop off because the Genquavius commercial. But I mean, hey guys, let me know what your thoughts are. We're still going to continue with the Fox live stream, but hey.
Pan around, you can see a number of news media as well, live trucks, a lot of people on standby waiting for the suspect, Bobby Crimo III, to be brought here to the Highland Park Police Department. If in fact he is going to be brought here to the Highland Park Police Department, we do not know that definitively. Again, as we said earlier, if he does come here, we doubt we're going to lay eyes on him specifically. We may see him in a silhouette in a squad car coming through the parking lot here. Chances are he'll be brought into the garage and moved into a jail cell at that point. So that's the situation, Corey, right here at the Highland Park Police Department. We're on standby. We'll see. We'll let you know if he is brought here, and we'll bring you that video as soon as we can.
Dane Placco live for us in Highland Park. Dane, thanks so much. Again, 6 people dead, 25 others injured by gunfire. The suspect, Bobby Crimo III, is in custody. Thanks so much for being with us. Obviously, it has been a long and difficult day for so many people. We've been able to extend our coverage, and we appreciate you being with us. We're back with the very latest and a full recap on the Fox 32 News at 9. We'll see you then.
Wow. So that was the end of that stream. Oh, man. Oh, man, not again. This was crazy. This was crazy. So we do have, I believe, the senator, Chicago. Let's see what he's got to say. Obviously, he's going to come hard on the guns. So let's see what angle he is getting at.
Have been traumatized
I'm furious that this is happening in communities all across Illinois and America. I'm furious because it does not have to be this way. And yet we as a nation, well, we continue to allow this to happen. While we celebrate the 4th of July just once a year, mass shootings have become our weekly, yes, weekly American tradition.
And guys, sorry for the audio. It's only coming out of the right stereo. But yes, I mean, he is right. Mass shootings are definitely a weekly occurrence. Now, the contents of those mass shootings are highly misunderstood, okay? You have to look at the perpetrators. You have to look at who's doing these mass shootings, why they're doing these mass shootings, and how you're identifying these mass shootings. Because usually people hear mass shootings and they're thinking about these parades or these public events and whatnot. And most of the time, like I said before, it's Pookie and Ray Ray spinning the block. So you have to understand why this happens so often in the context of how these things occur. Shout out to Cyrus Cherry with the $5 super trap. He says they'll find a way to blame Trump. Guess the guy screamed this MAGA country before shooting. Trump got white gangs in Chicago supporting him.
Oh, say less.
There are going to be people who say that today is not the day, that now is not the time to talk about guns.
Here we go.
I'm telling you, there is no better day and no better time than right here and right now. It's the 4th of July, a day for reflection on our freedoms. Our founders carried muskets, not assault weapons. And I don't think a single one of them would have said that you have a constitutional right to an assault weapon with a high-capacity magazine, or that that is more important than the right of the people who attended this parade today to live.
So they're talking about the rifles again. And my thing is, he could have did this with a hunting rifle. You know, he could have did this with a various amount of weaponry. You know, you can't just single out one type of gun. He could have sprayed a Uzi in the crowd. You know? But obviously they are aiming at the guns. Chicago has very strict gun laws, and this guy was able to obtain one. Maybe it was a family member's. We do have to wait and see where he got the weapon from, how he got it, if he had it legally or illegally.
Yes, I'm angry. We as a nation deserve better. Let us pray for the injured and those who are still in the hospital tonight. And may the memory of those we lost today be a blessing and a call to action. I want to turn the podium over to our Senator, Tammy Duckworth.
Shout out to Alexander Alice. The irony of begging for gun control on 4th of July.
Oh, say less.
Oh, Lord. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Somebody help her.
Thank you, Mr. Governor.
Jesus Christ. She balancing on the podium.
This morning, I got up, like most Americans, like the families of the 6 who were killed.
That's a strong, independent woman. She got up out that wheelchair and stood up on her damn self. And if a man would have tried to help her, she would have called him a misogynist.
To celebrate life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Those 6 families no longer have that opportunity. My heart goes out to those families who will never see their loved ones again. And I've made it clear to both Governor Pritzker and Mayor Rodering that I would do whatever I can at the federal level to get them the resources they need, not just to catch a shooter, but to help Highland Park recover from this tragedy. I was just on the phone with Senator Durbin, who is driving here as quickly as he possibly can to come to Highland Park. And he also sends his condolences and his thoughts. And, you know, he and I recently in the Senate last month prove that bipartisan compromise on gun safety is possible. Today, we have seen that we can't just stop there. We have to do more to keep our communities safe. We have to get rid of assault weapons, high capacity magazines.
So that's what they're calling for. Just get rid of them, period.
And so many other additional common sense reforms that wide majorities of Americans are crying out for. And so today I will go home and hug my babies a little tighter in gratefulness that they are safe. But I think about the babies and the families who lost moms and dads and grandparents today. And we must do more. I just listened to the sound of that gunfire from one of the videos that was captured. And let me tell you that the last time I heard a weapon with that capacity firing that rapidly on a 4th of July was Iraq. It was not the United States of America. We can and we should and we will do better. So I just want to thank the mayor for everything that she's done. The president gave me a call as well. The White House did. And we also just spoke to the Secretary of Homeland Security, who also have pledged to send all the resources that we need. With that, I'm going to turn this back over to Governor Pritzker.
I can take a couple of questions. Turn it over to Chief.
So there's not an update right now. So give us a little time to have our officers and detectives and investigators continue their work. We're working diligently and as hard as we can. As you know, these things move very, very quickly, and a lot of information is coming in rapidly. We're trying to sort through what's credible, what's not credible in our pursuit of the person of interest. So nothing.
All right, so y'all heard that. Looks like they're not really sure. Let's see. We got updates from the hospital. Yeah, we got ads and shit. Let's see. I guess we'll just fast forward through this. Damn, they hit me with 2 commercials. Sheesh. All right, here we go.
Yeah, so of the 25 who came in with gunshot wounds, 19 of those individuals were able to be treated and actually discharged home after they had had their full medical evaluation and treatment. Several others did arrive in more serious conditions and did have to be admitted. We had one that had to be transferred over to Evanston Hospital under the care of our great neurosurgical team. We had a couple of other patients that need to be admitted to either our trauma surgical team, which are represented here, as well as to some of our orthopedic trauma surgeons. Absolutely. So the age range ranged from about 8 years old was our youngest patient, up to 85 years old.
Damn.
I can't give you a specific number on the number of children, but it was definitely around 4 or 5.
What happens in an emergency room when you get that many gunshot victims coming in?
Well, we immediately have to make space for all these patients to come in, and hence why I commented before how we use some internal processes to mobilize resources. Our wonderful surgical and trauma staff were immediately alerted through emergency messaging that we had a number of patients that were going to need emergency medical services and their evaluation.
All right, so you got that there. We heard from him. Let's see.
Satisfy your wing craving.
They hit me with the commercial. Wow, man.
Spotted in North Chicago.
North Chicago on 41.
In Lake Forest.
That is correct.
And
Wesley.
Wesley.
Wesley. L-E-I-G-H. Correct. All right. So again, unless something significant happens tonight, we're going to let the process play out. We are still continuing to process any information that's coming in. We certainly want to make sure that if anybody's got information, video, or anything of that nature, to please. This doesn't necessarily mean it's over, but we're certainly we're encouraged that we have a person of interest. But again, we're going to pursue and continue to pursue everything that comes in. So thank you very much.
We'll advise you if there's going to be another press update. And just to reiterate one thing the chief said,
to name a person of interest doesn't come lightly. There is a lot of investigative work that has gone into this. We've got, as mentioned before, hundreds of investigators here on scene from our federal partners, Highland Park Police, Lake County Major Crime, doing an incredible.
Let's go back a little bit.
Let's listen in just briefly here.
Oh, that was the doctor shit. All right.
Calling somebody a suspect or person of interest, it's really synonymous. Okay, so this individual is believed to have been responsible for what happened, and the investigation will continue. Charges have not been approved yet at this time, and we're a long way from that. There's still a long investigation, and there are a lot of efforts that are going to continue tonight. So if we have more information later on, we will certainly update the media so it can get out to the community.
Can you spell the name?
Yeah. I'm sorry, sir.
Which agency actually arrested?
So North Chicago Police initially spotted the vehicle. They called in reinforcements, and a number of area police officers responded to that scene, and it was a collaborative effort to take him into custody. Okay?
Can you guys spell your name again, especially you?
Jogman, Jogmen.
And what's your first name?
Lou, L-O-U.
L-O-U.
Police Highland Park.
Okay, great.
Okay. Thank you.
Shout out to TB with the $10 super chat or the $10 PayPal. He says, thanks for giving us the info that the mainstream will never give us. Watching your Awake the Rapper take right now. Okay, are they going to switch?
All right, so that was the some live feeds coming into us. This is aerial footage over the police departments in Highland Park, Illinois. You can see that there are people outside of the police department there gathered. Some of them want to see this person who was accused of this deadly shooting being taken into the police department. We're not sure yet if Crimo has been taken in, but we do know that he was apprehended by authorities in Lake Forest, Illinois, after a North Chicago police officer spotted him. And from there was a brief police chase, and he stopped in Lake Forest. Now, again, because of the shooting, other 4th of July celebrations in the northern suburbs of Chicago have been canceled. Those are Deerfield, Glencoe, Northbrook, the suburb of Evanston, and Skokie. We also know that beaches in the northern suburbs, because Highland Park is on the North Shore, they also decided to close the beaches there today because, again, the accused shooter had been on the run. He was not in custody, so they wanted to make sure that communities were safe. And as you saw, he was captured only about 6 miles away from Highland Park, Illinois. Meantime, we want to bring you remarks from Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. He said that what happened is upsetting, and it's time for a call to action.
Okay.
My name is Nancy Rotering, Mayor of the City of Highland Park, Nancyrotering. This is a terribly difficult day and the bloodiest that we've experienced in Highland Park. We're fortunate to be supported by our law enforcement community and federal, state, county, and local government officials who have all offered resources as we work to apprehend the perpetrator and protect Highland Park and nearby communities. We appreciate that President Biden has called to offer his condolences and many federal resources. Thank you to my fellow mayors who have reached out from across the...
Shout out to D Owner with the $5 super trap. He says, is this the only time a mass shooting in Chicago has gotten people's attention? Right.
Oh, say less.
Right, because I mean, we continue to have these mass shootings, and I guess this is the only one that's really getting the attention here. Let's see. So I do have another video of maybe some of this guy's likes on okay, he's got a lot of archive footage, which is pretty weird. Okay, I'm looking through this to just make sure that I can pull this up on the screen. So I think we saw that one. I'm not gonna download any of this shit. So he's got a lot of content that has been taken down, and you could probably go through it and decipher some things about this guy, but it's a lot. It really is a lot. Yeah, I'll show you guys some of the type of shit that he was posting. It's some weird shit. Let me see. Let me share this right quick. Some weird shit. Hold on. Here we go. Wow, so that was very weird. And then the symbol there. People are saying the symbol has Nazi affiliation. I can't confirm nor deny that. That's just what I'm seeing online. Let me see if I can go to this video where he's talking about his likes. Not his likes, but videos that he was liking. Oh. Okay, yeah, we already showed that one. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Let's look through these likes. Trying to find more information, but might just end it here. Okay, might just end it here. I'm trying to find a little bit more information. So obviously a lot of his shit was taken offline. We got somebody who's breaking it down on YouTube. Shout out to Cody Go Crazy with the $4.99 super trap. He says, I go to Chicago, then boom, Gremlin activity.
Oh, say less.
Right. Right. All right. So let's see. I'm just trying to get to his Twitter. Let's see. Never joined, never will. Mark T is a spoiled brat. They're talking about Facebook. How many years have you been married? Where would you send? Arrest them all is tied for number 3 trend in America. Keep retweeting to make it top trend. Okay. So we do have some information here. And then we'll end it off on this one because a lot of people are asking about his political affiliation and whatnot. And there are rumors online that, he was at a Trump rally and he was pro-Trump, but the equipment that he had on was definitely not pro-Trump. Okay. Definitely not pro-Trump. He definitely had the Antifa, the get up there. All right. So these are some tweets that he liked. If you could pick anywhere, where would you send Trump? Then obviously he was liking the arrest them all, which is about January 6th. So he was for arresting the January 6th protesters with the hashtag arrest them all. So these were some of his likes before his page was taken down. Let's see. So he was liking a Dave Chappelle. So yeah, definitely liking the arrest them all content. Let's let's see. Okay, so this one is very interesting too. Some other ones that he liked. This one says, has anyone done a study to see how many previous arrests / convictions these shooters have on their record after they go on their shooting sprees? So yeah, then he liked one that said, which party chooses to do something about gun control, which one doesn't? Maybe we should ask ourselves why no Democrats are facing any scrutiny over their past whatsoever. Isn't it the job of the free press to scrutinize the protect the democracy? All right. So okay, it's getting into some weird shit. All right, now it's a lot of malls, Walmarts, and facilities must be getting those assault weapons from Texas since anyone can walk in and walk out. Sure, let's let every stupid white guy have a gun. Why not? So in my opinion, it looks like he was kind of against the gun control thing. Or not against the gun control thing, but against like the Second Amendment. Let's see. There's another video that I might show you guys. Pretty weird. I mean, he had access to a lot of venues, it looks like. So yeah, let's play one more creepy video that he had, and then we'll go ahead and get up out of here. I think we covered it enough. Let's get it. So honestly, I think his whole angle was anybody can get guns, watch me do it, and commit this mass assault because anybody can get guns and do this. So I think he did this in order to help strengthen the talking points in the narrative of we need more gun control and gun restrictions. That's what I think this was. Very Joker-esque. Very Joker-esque. It's almost like he is trying to prove some type of point here. Okay. So man, yeah, he's definitely weird. So definitely some weirdo shit. And that's pretty much it, guys. That is pretty much it. So, sheesh, man. A lot of stuff going on in this one. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. This guy is absolutely nuts. Apparently, the family was none the wiser. They didn't know what was going on. I definitely wanted to cover this to show you guys what was going on. But I mean, we went 2 hours and 40 minutes. I mean, what else is there? He got caught. So the question Dilbert Jeg asked with the $10 super trap, he says, how is this super skinny flower tattoo social justice warrior gonna do in prison? And yeah, he's gonna he's gonna get destroyed in prison. The face tattoos ain't fooling nobody. Absolute idiot. He did this literally. He's finna be fucked, literally, okay? Because they don't play up there in them Chicago prisons. Let alone if he killed somebody's family member too, and they locked up. It's OV. He is not going to do well. Okay. He is not going to do well. But anyways, guys, I do want to remind you while we are still here, to support the BGZM News 17 channel, BGZM News 17. We almost have 200 subscribers. We're getting there. So we're at 197 subscribers right now. Make sure you guys go subscribe to the BGZM News 17 channel. This is all news clips, no commentary from me. I'm uploading 5 more videos a day. We are getting lit on this channel, and we're trying to get it to 1,000 subs as quickly as possible. So I'm going to need you guys to go and hit that link, BGZM News 17. It is in the description box below. Also, we have the merch available in male and female merch. That is the best way that you can support my channel and what I got going on here. If you don't want to send super traps every time I go live, just buy the merch and get that logo going so people can recognize it and get some brand recognition out this motherfucker, okay? Because we are definitely bringing you guys the news at an angle that nobody else will. Nobody else covered his rap. Nobody else broke down his lyrics. Nobody else went in depth like I did, okay? So guys, make sure you go subscribe to BGZM News 17. Like I said, straight news clips, uninterrupted by my commentary. It's just straight news clips, straight to the facts, so you already know what it is. But anyways, I appreciate everybody for joining the stream, everybody who supported the stream, everybody who sponsored the stream with a super trap, PayPal, or Cash App. It was greatly appreciated. But make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Guys, if you are watching this live video, we got 122 people in here. I need every single one of you guys to please, if you're in the chat, if you have chatted at least once in this video, I need you guys to go and comment after the video ends. Just leave a comment. Say, great stream. I appreciate it, Gen Z. Yo, shout out to Jenquavius. Whatever you guys got to do, please, please, please comment after the video ends, because that really helps the algorithm. The chats and the views and the likes are cool, but those comments, guys, I really rely on those comments, and I want to hear your feedback. I want to know what you guys think about the situation. So if you're in this stream, guys, put a 1 in the chat if you're going to agree and if you're going to show some support. And if you can't financially support, guys, just a comment. Just a comment. Say thanks. Say, you know, happy 4th of July, whatever you want to say. Just leave a comment after the stream. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, guys. I appreciate everybody for joining. You already know what it is, man. It's a Black Gen Z mindset. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we're going to give it to Jenquavius to take us away.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting just took place. Excuse me, I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured
but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Janquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dogs. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo. Ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit on.
That's that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Janquavius
Hey,
Jackson,
jump on that
here
nigga,
live,
man.
reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.